3-1 delivery on the way to him, and Davis puts it in the air the other way, going back near the wall, at the wall, in the corner, up, goodbye, home run! 2 RBI homer pumped the other way, and that's what the Orioles have been waiting for, and so has he. It's the Orioles on Masson, and here at Camden Yards tonight, another big crowd will be on hand for Game 2 of this 3-game set against the Astros. The Orioles have a 3-1 edge on the season series, winning last night by a score of 4-3. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. Last night for the Orioles, they won a ball game in which they had only 3 hits, and it's the first time they've been able to do that since 2010. Tonight, they'll look to put up a few more hits and win another ball game. And the trading deadline, thank goodness, is over. Let's take a look at the American League East and some of the deals that will make a difference. For the Rays, they have acquired the bullpen in Jesse Crain. It's going to make him better if he gets better. He has not pitched since June 29, a right shoulder strain, but for the 32-year-old, it was a player to be named later a cash. Why not? Red Sox get Jake Peavy. They have Buchholz out probably until September. Maybe won't get back. They had to have another starting arm. That was a deal they had to make. Iglesias goes. That's a big give. The O's, of course, get Bud Norris today from the Astros. He walks down the hall. Hose goes the other way. Norris 6-9. There are the career numbers: 34, 46, 4.33 ERA. In the American League East, he's gone 1-3. Josh Hader is a youngster who's a pretty good prospect. 19-year-old left-hander, a flamethrower. He goes in the deal as well. The other thing on the Bud Norris deal, 2 more years until he gets to arbitration. What do you think?
I think that's the most important thing. I mean, the Orioles have control of him for 2 years, and he is a power arm. They need that, too. He's proven to be a consistent starter, and he's probably middle-of-the-road starter. I wouldn't say he's a 1 or 2, but I think he fits in nicely with the Orioles. They've really been able to stabilize the starting rotation. I think he's a great addition, and the numbers that he's had coming into this year, or through the course of this year, are going to get better because he's playing with the best defense behind him in all of baseball.
And the way Buck works this, you really don't have a 1 through 5 on this team.
No, you really don't. And interchangeable parts, I guess you could say, and nobody is really considered a true ace, although Norris was the ace of the Astros staff. Tillman has kind of emerged kind of slowly as the Orioles ace, but all pretty similar pitchers, but they've all been performing really well for Buck Showalter and the Orioles.
And Hemmel goes on the DL. We'll talk about that during our ball game today. Hose is going to be in the lineup, but he's not going to be wearing an Orioles uniform. What a busy day! To be continued tonight. Game 2 coming up. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Intel, by the Intel-powered Ultrabook. Here at Camden Yards, another great night for baseball. The Orioles have had some tremendous baseball weather. Our train game time temperature is 82 degrees. It's a very comfortable evening, a little breeze blowing out the center. Train is celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It is hard to stop a train, really hard. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Astros. It'll be Vieras leading it off. Showed us some great speed in the ball game last night. There is L.J. Hose in right field. He walked down to the other clubhouse and gets a start. Altuve, Castro, and Carter, Wallace, Barnes, and Dominguez, and Grossman. A big night last night. Chris Carter this year providing the power.
Now let's take a look at Miguel Gonzalez's scouting report tonight. He's looking to bounce back. He has been rock solid for the Orioles this year, but his last start, he was roughed up a bit by the Royals, giving up 6 runs in just 4 2/3 innings, locating the fastball. It is a key, obviously, for Miguel Gonzalez, but he's been so good at working it to both sides of the plate and certainly helps his secondary pitches play up, especially that swing and miss splitter. And it's all about the home cooking for Miguel. He has been solid here at home in 8 starts, 5-0 with a 3.78 earned run average, and the O's have won all 8 of those starts. This will be his 19th start of the season. There's the opponent's batting average, 245 overall, lefties 250, and righties just 239.
And interesting also, Mike, overall for him, he in the 18 games he started, the Orioles are 12-6. That's a really solid number.
It sure is. Well, Miguel has been fabulous since last year. I mean, he has really been a solid starter and probably the most consistent for the Orioles over the past 2 seasons.
He's trying to go 2-0 against the Houston Ball Club as he got the opportunity on June 6th and won the ball game. 6 innings, a run on 5 hits against Houston, and the only other time he has faced them. And we are underway. And the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. A 4-game hit streak for Jonathan Villar, who comes into the ball game with a 1 for 3 last night, and he'll take it to short, right to Hardy, and 1 away.
Tough luck right there, but this Orioles defense has been the best in all of baseball. Take a look at it. McLeod, Jones, and Markakis in the outfield. Hardy and Roberts once again up the middle with Machado and Davis on the corners, and Matt Wieters once again behind the plate.
This is truly one of the stranger days in regards to the deal that was struck here. L.J. Hose was in both lineups.
Yeah.
On the same day.
Isn't that great?
He was going to play center field for the Orioles in this ball game tonight. That's how late the deal was finally done. He was going to play center, and Adam Jones was going to DH. So his name got pulled off of that lineup very late and added even later to the lineup by the Astros. Ball put up in the air towards center field, of course. Jones is there, puts it away. Hose is retired, and I'm sure there's got to be a stat on that somewhere. Maybe the only major league player ever to be in both lineups.
Right.
On the same day. And we wish him well. He's a great young man and a potential to be a good ball player, and he's going to get a chance with Houston to play every day.
Yeah, this is going to be an outstanding opportunity for L.J. Hose. He's put up just incredible numbers throughout the minor leagues. A great base on ball ratio, high on base percentage. So this is going to be a great chance for him to really show himself and prove that he belongs in the big leagues.
And he goes home.
Yeah.
He goes back to his home. That ball's going to be popped up first base side by Altuve. Davis is over. May have room. Reaches in. He's got it. What a start for Gonzalez. He retires the side. A clean inning and a quick one for the Orioles starter. In yards tonight. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Orioles. They'll have McLouth, Machado, and Markakis, Jones, Davis, and Wieters, Hardy, Roberts, and Steve Pearce just back on the roster today. For Adam Jones, there are the numbers, and they are solid.
Yeah, let's take a look at the scouting report for Brett Oberholzer. This is a spot start. It's his first major league start. Of course, he's making the start because Bud Norris is now a Baltimore Oriole. But he was a starter throughout the minor leagues and pretty good numbers. He pitches to contact. He's not afraid to work with his fastball. He's had low walk rates throughout his minor league career. And he hasn't walked anybody in his limited time in the big leagues. He has had 3 appearances, all in long relief, 7 1/3 innings with no base on balls. He's got that 3-pitch mix, fastball, curveball, and a change. This will be his 4th appearance, 7.36 earned run average with 4 strikeouts, no base on balls.
And Nate McLouth will lead it off against him. Nate with a 3-game hit streak, a 1 for 4 in the ball game last night, and will take the pitch inside. Again, the Orioles against left-handers. They are 17-16, a game above 500 against left-handed starters, but the average against left-handed pitchers for the Orioles continues to drop. It's now at 245 as opposed to their 275 against right-handers. So even though they're a game over 500, they are susceptible to left-handed pitchers, which is still a concern for the Orioles staff. Here's the 2-0 delivery on the way, and McLouth will take it for a strike. Nate has been one of those who's been able to pick the pace up against the left-handers, as we said, and as a result gets the opportunity to play no platoon situation out there in left field. 2-1 delivery, and McLouth puts it up in the air to right. Of course, it's going to be Hose, and he's got it. The baseball gods just work that way. 1-0.
Take a look at the Astros defense tonight. Grossman in left field, Barnes in center with L.J. Hose over in right field. VR at shortstop, Altuve, the all-star second baseman, at second. Wallace playing first, Dominguez over at third, and Castro gets a start behind the plate tonight.
Last in defense, this Houston team. They've committed more errors than anyone else. Manny Machado. Machado with an 0 for 3 last night, 0 for his last 11. Manny goes after the first pitch, first base side. Brett Wallace is playing there, and he's got it. Somebody in a hurry here tonight? 5 pitches thrown by Gonzalez to get 3 outs in the first inning, and now Oberholzer's trying to equal it here in the bottom half of the inning.
Well, both teams coming out aggressive, but nothing really to show for it. You mentioned this Astros defense being the worst in the major leagues, and talk about Bud Norris having to pitch with that defense behind him, and that kind of wears on a pitcher. You know, outs that should be made obviously add to the pitch count and just the longer innings, so I'm sure he's going to enjoy pitching to this Orioles defense.
2 down. Nick Markakis will take it down low for a ball. And we are going to get to see Norris tomorrow night. He's going to pitch against Jordan Lyles, and Tillman's been moved, I believe, to the 2nd game now in the series, or Friday against Seattle. I'm sorry, Friday against Seattle. 1 ball, 1 strikeout. 2 down. Nick Markakis, and the pitch will be taken down low for a ball. Markakis continuing to keep the average up at 285 on the season. 19 doubles, 8 home runs. Of late they have been the base hits and the runs scored as a result that have meant the most to the Orioles. 2 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way, and that will be fouled back, and the count goes to 2-2. Nick made a good point tonight talking about starting pitchers for the Orioles. He was saying around the cage, you know, we get starting pitchers who've got an ERA under 4 or right around 4. We're going to win ball games.
Well, definitely. This Orioles offense can produce some runs.
Yeah, exactly. That's his point. I mean, the Chens and the Gonzalez are going to have ERAs better than that. And a strikeout recorded. So each pitcher starts it clean. 1, 2, 3 innings. We go to the 2nd. Gonzalez back to work. tonight, and Bo Porter, their manager, they may be a little shy in the bullpen, as Travis Blackley, a left-hander, in batting practice earlier today, watch what happened to him in the outfield. A ball hit him, and he's got a contusion over his left eye.
Dangerous. Well, we saw Manny Machado get hit 2 days ago, and he took a shot this afternoon. Nobody's safe out there.
Nobody's safe. So Bo Porter's listed him as questionable for his availability tonight with that contusion over the eye, and certainly sounds like a situation where they hope they don't have to use him. They'd rather not.
Right.
And you could see why. Here's Jason Castro. He will foul off the first pitch. Castro had an 0 for 3 in the ball game last night. So the Orioles today, Jason Hamill goes on the DL. Steve Pearce reinstated from the DL. Hamill's got a right flexor mass strain that's bothered him for a while, according to Buck Showalter. So the 15-day L for him, and Pearce is back. He'd been on the DL since June 21 with wrist tendonitis. Ball put in the air to the gap, right center. Jones going over, racing back, won't get to it. It'll take the hop up and over. And Castro's got a leadoff double, ground rule double here in the second inning. And Orioles fans, how would you like to win a hitting lesson with Adam Jones? No kidding. You sign up for Masson's Touch 'em All rewards to follow, share, and score big prizes. Go to MassonSports.com to sign up. Being social has its rewards. The ever-changing landscape of Major League rosters. And it's not done. A lot of fans, because you hear so much about it, this trading deadline that ended today doesn't mean trading's over. It just means from now on you got to put players through waivers in order to get a deal completed. But there will be deals struck over the next 2 months. Chris Carter. Carter 0 for 4. Ball game last night, 0 for his last 10.
Good little slider right there from Miguel Gonzalez to get ahead of Carter. Carter, a very dangerous hitter. The 19 home runs on the year. Of course, very susceptible to the strikeout. But nonetheless, you make a mistake, and he can hit it a long way.
He is #1 in strikeouts in the American League. 0-1 delivery by Gonzalez to him, taken outside. These hitters, for the most part, have had 2 or 3 at-bats against Gonzalez coming out of that first start. That's the only time he has faced them, so not a lot of experience for either side in that regard. Castro on at second base, leadoff batter with the first hit of the ball game, and Wieters is going to go out to have a word with the starter.
Yeah, definitely has to be about the signs right here. Surprised that one of the Orioles infielders aren't in there, because Matt Wieters went out there quickly. He must have seen something possibly from Castro, maybe a different movement out there leading off second base. You certainly don't want Chris Carter knowing what's coming.
Gonzalez coming off a loss against Kansas City. 6 runs, 8 hits, and 4 2/3 innings. His first career start without a strikeout in that ball game. 1-1 delivery on the way. Crossed him up that time. Came back in after he worked him out. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Carter just looks like a power hitter. The problem, as Mike said, has been making contact. 1-2 delivery, and that'll be fouled back.
Miguel's challenging him with some fastballs here, down in the zone, now up in the zone. Well, I saw him chase some pitches out of the zone in yesterday's ball game. Miguel trying to do the same here.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Bo Porter's team got the lead in the ball game last night, could not hang on to it as the Orioles had a comeback win. And a bouncer gets away, and the runner's going to go, and no play. Good heads-up base running as Castro took off on the bounce. That'll be the 4th wild pitch by Gonzalez this year. And now, with nobody out, the runner's at third.
Well, it sure is. I mean, Castro very heads up, no secondary lead. Now at second base, you get a good view of that ball, see how far it bounces away from the catcher. And he didn't hesitate here. Matt Wieters going down. Good position to block it. Just kicks off the toe of his glove and kicks away too far.
2 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way, and that'll be put in the air, foul. Astros went 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position last night. They are last in the American League in these situations, hitting at .228. Infield will back up here early in the ball game and let the run scored if there's a ground ball. 2-2 the count. And that ball put up in the air, first base. Davis. And there's one out that'll leave that runner. One away here in the second inning. Well, you take a look at the good and the bad, whether you're playing teams above 500 or below.
Yeah, well, they play very well. Obviously, rise to the occasion when they're playing against clubs over 500, 37-28 record, but sub 500 teams just 22-20. Now, obviously, teams that are below 500 try to play up to the top teams, and that's what they want to do against the Orioles. And the Orioles have a stretch here, 13 in the next 16 games versus teams below 500, and they really have to make their mark against these teams. These guys are trying to play spoiler against one of the better teams in baseball, and they're taking chances. We saw last night a stolen base of home plate, so they're going to push the envelope a little bit, see what they have, especially teams with younger players. And as this season goes on and teams fall out of contention, you're going to see more younger players trying to expose themselves and prove that they belong in the big leagues. Very dangerous teams, those teams that are out of contention.
And this, of course, one of them in Houston. Brett Wallace up there. Wallace came on as a pinch hitter, had an 0 for 1 in the ball game last night. The infield now has moved in a bit, and on a hard hit ground ball, they will try, if they have a chance, to go to the plate against Jason Castro, the runner at third. They're even creeping in a little more in the delivery. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that one will miss, and a 2-ball 1-strike count.
Well, I like the infield depth here. They're at about double play depth, maybe a little bit shorter. Take a look there. Castro, being a catcher, probably doesn't run as well, so they're trying to increase their range possibilities, but yet cut that run down.
And the ball is popped up third base. Manny Machado will not have a play. Umpiring crew behind the plate, Lance Barksdale, 9 years in the major leagues, joined in July of 2006. Inaugural World Baseball Classic 2006 for him. He's out of Mississippi. He's got the plate tonight. Dan Iasonia, Vic Capazia, and Kerwin Danley, the umpiring crew for tonight. 2-ball 2-strike count. Wallace, and he pops it up. Whoa, Roberts. Whoa. Roberts stopped, believing Hardy was going to take it, and then had to turn it back on a little bit to get it. 2 down.
Yeah, kind of in the middle of the field. They can laugh about it now, but boy, if that ball would have dropped, they wouldn't have been smiling. Kind of in a tough spot. Obviously, the infield in a little bit, but he glanced a little bit. He probably just said, take it. Kind of caught Brian Roberts off guard. You see they make a little eye contact there and have something to chuckle about.
There are 2 big outs. A little communication in the middle of the infield right there with Hardy and Roberts. Saw a double. Runner moved to third with nobody out. Now 2 down. He's still there. And Barnes, and the pitch will be taken up high for a ball. Barnes had an 0 for 3 in the ball game last night. Brandon Barnes with the 5 home runs and 22 RBIs on the season. Gonzalez a chance to get out of this inning. 1-0. And he'll fall behind him 2-0. Only 5 pitches in the first inning. The rest of those eaten up here in the second. Astros are 1-4 on a current long road trip. Orioles here at home 2-2 in the stand. Ball in the air. Jones going back. Can he get there? No. It'll fall on the warning track for a double and an RBI. So Barnes delivers with 2 down, and the Astros are on the board 1-0.
Pitch just a little bit up in the zone from Miguel Gonzalez, stayed over the heart of the plate. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track here. Matt Wieters setting up down and away. That pitch is middle up, and Barnes doesn't miss it. He drives it into the gap. Adam Jones, a good job getting to it, but unable to come up with the big out.
So big 2-out hit right there as Barnes delivers. Double number 11 on the season. RBI number 23. 2 down still, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. This is Matt Dominguez, their third baseman. Picked up a run last night with that 1 for 4 that he put up, hitting at .228. As you can tell, as these Astros numbers are flashed before your eyes, they struggle. Offensively, they are last in average, next to last in runs. Ground ball up the middle, but you wouldn't know it here. That's going to get another run in. Barnes will easily score as the ball had no traction. Just enough to get into center field and then died. So Dominguez gets a 2-out RBI single, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, another seeing eye single from the Astros here. Last night they came up with a couple big ones early in the ball game. This one finding a hole up the middle and just slow enough where Barnes can score easily and uncontested.
So a couple of big hits with 2 down. This is just what you're talking about. Players trying to get their name in front of their manager and their organization by doing things like this. 19 thrown here in the second inning, and Grossman coming up. Robbie Grossman had the big ball game last night with that 3 for 3. Switch hitter, good speed. And whoa, did he tear into that? Way back in right, and goodbye home run. And I believe that one ended up on Utah Street. He crushed it. A 2 RBI homer, and the Astros have a 4-0 lead. That is his first major league home run.
Well, and it all started really last night with a bunt base hit to get him rolling. 3 hits in last night's ball game, and he just ambushed a fastball from Miguel Gonzalez. Take a look at it here. Now Wieder's setting up a way. That ball leaks back over the heart of the plate, and he jumps all over it right down the right field line out onto Utah Street.
Wow. All of this coming, the RBIs with 2 outs and 4 runs on 4 hits for the Astros. The 15th home run against Gonzalez, only the 3rd though by a left-hander. And the leadoff batter swings and misses. They are lined out to short his first time up. Jonathan Villar hitting at .267. Another speedster. Grossman's going to remember that one. His major league first. 1-1 delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss on a tailing pitch away. That's about as hard as you can hit a ball. He really. That's a guy sitting on a pitch and getting it.
Yeah, he covered that one.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Villar will take the pitch for a called strike. Gonzalez gets the K, but 4 runs in on 4 hits, including the 2-run homer by Grossman, and the Astros have the lead. Name is Linda Dettori from Baltimore. Linda's already won $500 for being selected. You win $100 for every Orioles hit during the ball game and an extra $500 for any Orioles home run in the 5th inning. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery Hit It Big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash. Go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter. Mike, good point made while we were away there about these teams the Orioles face who are so-called out of it.
Yeah, well, the sub-500 teams, they're going to be calling up a lot of young players. And some of the teams, the contending teams that have to face them, don't really have much of a track record with these younger players. Now, who is to think that Grossman is going to ambush a first pitch off Miguel Gonzalez? You know, if that's in the scouting report, you know, they can pitch to him differently. Obviously, the pitchers still have to hit their spots, but it's not going to get any easier either. When they get into September and the rosters are expanded, all kinds of new players. And, you know, teams are going to run their young guys out there to see what they can do. So it's a dangerous spot for all contending teams, really.
Real good point. It's, you know, more about the teams who are contending.
Yeah, their regulars are going to be out there.
Regulars are playing, and there aren't any secrets. There's a secret. Bunted. Oh, what a nice play. Oberholzer with a fine defensive play coming off the mound to get Adam Jones.
Well, we haven't seen Adam Jones do that much this year, but he lays down a beautiful bunt. And check a look at the athleticism by Oberholzer, excuse me. Bare hands it, makes a fine throw over to first base.
So all the things the Astros can't do, they've so far done it.
Yeah.
In the first 2 innings of the ball game, anyway. Here's Chris Davis. Chris delivering the home run in the ball game last night. Number 38, major league leading, 99 RBIs on the season for Chris. Left-handers delivered, and that will be taken for a ball. And he too got a hole in one.
He sure did. He got a fastball down and away, and he stayed on it. Look at his head position staying behind that baseball. And another opposite field home run for Chris Davis. Go ahead home run, game winner.
1-0 delivery away. Chris is 9th in batting average at .305. Cabrera's leading at .359. Chris leads in home runs 38. Cabrera's got 32. He is tied with Cabrera with 99 runs batted in for the lead in the American League. So trying to reach 100 first. Ball the other way over near the line. Grossman coming, and it is a foul ball. Shall we venture to our crush log? Star date 7/31. Where is Captain Kirk when you need him? Home runs this season 38, on pace for 58 right now for Chris. Roger Maris 61. That's who Chris believes he is contending against for the season's most home run lead. He had 40 at this point and got 61 when it was all said and done. Crush target right there. Hit it here. 2 ball, 1 strikeout. I thought Orange Crush was a Maine beverage. Was it a national beverage?
I think it was a national.
That ball's going to go into right field for a base hit. So Davis is on with a single with 1 down here in the 2nd inning. Orange Crush is to be bottled by S&OK of Great Works, Maine. And I didn't know whether it was a national drink or not, but apparently it was.
Yeah, I think it's only Moxie that was a Maine beverage.
Well, we've gone through that. We got one of the bars over on Federal Hill a couple of years ago to actually order some for medicinal purposes only. Here is Matt Wieters. Runner on at first base. Orioles get their first hit. Davis with a short lead at first. Wieters will take the pitch up high for a ball. Orioles down 4-0. We'll try and get back against the left-hander right now in the inning after. Matt hitting .257 off the lefties, .234 off right-handers. 1-0 delivery to him, and a big cut. 1-1. In minor league games for Oberholzer this year, he was 6-6. He worked 80 in the 3rd innings in 16 starts. And righties, lefties, almost the same batting average against him. .253 lefties, .251 for right-handers. So virtually no difference. Those were numbers from AAA. Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way, and Wieters will follow back 1-2.
Yeah, not a strikeout pitcher by any means. Under 5 per 9 innings, but what he does do is limit his walks, just over 2 walks per 9 innings throughout his minor league career. And like I had mentioned, no walks in the big leagues to this point. So around the plate, pitching to contact with all of his pitches, and he throws his fastball quite a bit, so he isn't afraid to challenge hitters with that.
Oberholzer, 1 ball, 2 strike count. Davis not going anywhere at first. Wieters will take it up high. We had Maxwell in the ball game last night. He was traded to Kansas City. He was from Maryland, still had his home here. Bo Porter said goodbye to him today. He's gone. Right-hander Kyle Smith, a 20-year-old in A-ball, was acquired. Now Oberholzer's from Delaware. He's from Newcastle, Delaware. Good stop made as Castro blocked it. Oberholzer was drafted by Seattle in 07, didn't sign, then went with the Atlanta Braves in 08 when he was drafted there. He's just 24 years old, just turned 24, and this is his 3rd full season in the Houston organization. His first at the major leagues, and this is his first start. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Left-hander's full count delivery, and he got it. Second strikeout, 2 down.
Matt Wieters kind of questioning the call right there, but really good location right here. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track. Perfect spot, down and away, 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Just locks Matt Wieters up. That's the spot you want to hit.
So 2 away with Davis on at first base, and here's J.J. Hardy. J.J. 253 on the year with the 1 for 2 and a big 2 RBI base hit in the ball game last night. They got the Orioles back in it. Chris Davis will deliver the home run that would be the game-winning RBI. As we mentioned in the open, for the Orioles, winning a ball game in which they scored 4 runs and only 3 hits in the game. The Orioles had not done that since the 2010 season. Winning a ball game and getting that many runs on just 3 or fewer hits. Hardy with a 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Now look at Harrell on the right there. He ran into some command issues, had 3 walks, which loaded the bases. That's when J.J. Hardy broke up the no-hitter and picked up the 2 RBIs, and then another walk led to Chris Davis hitting the 2-run home run. So base on ball certainly hurt Harrell in last night's ball game.
The Orioles took advantage of it and got it done. Boy, if Hardy's going to hit against anybody, you can see it's probably against this ball club. 9 for 15 with a home run and 5 RBIs this year against Houston. Far and away the best numbers for an Oriole in the Houston series. 1-2 delivery, got out in front of that, popped it up third base. In foul territory. Matt Dominguez is there to put it away. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, 2 complete, and the Astros lead. joining the team today. The pitcher, 28 years old. Buck Showalter recognizing L.J. Hose had to go the other way, but before the game on our Wired Wednesday, he talked about the deal.
Well, I'm proud of our organization being able to develop players to the point that we're able to acquire somebody that helps our major league club, and it's about assets. And so these two good young men, kind of stings a little bit being local, but it's going to help their lives. So I take good feeling with that. And I know Dan's been working very hard. We like Norris. A big part of it is he's under control for 2 more years after this, and you never know what when you go into trying to acquire players. In the offseason, you're going to be trying to acquire this guy.
And Norris will make his debut with the Orioles tomorrow against the team he was on when he came to the ballpark today. It's just so strange. He will go against Jordan Lyles, and then Tillman will be working the first game against Seattle. Feldman will work game 2 and Wei-Yin Chen game 3. Jason Hamill coming out of that rotation, going on the DL today.
I think Buck Showalter was right in talking about the player development. I mean, getting young players and developing them so that they can make these type of moves. They've made a couple trades this year already, and used some of the minor leaguers to act those trades out. So a great sign for the organization overall. I think the depth of this organization has gotten a lot better since Buck Showalter, came on as manager and addressed the issues that needed to be addressed, strengthening the organization from top to bottom. I think the scouting has been outstanding. I think the player development, through the minor leagues has gotten a lot better, and we're seeing signs of that this year.
L.J. Hose, did he go? He's going to pick the bat up again. Then Iasonia down at first base said he went around. So a strikeout picked up by Gonzalez. Hose 0 for 2.
L.J. Hose has been very patient at the plate throughout his minor league career, but this time gives chase to a fastball up the top of the zone. Saw that bat head go out in front of home plate.
The adrenaline's got to be flowing, doesn't it, tonight?
Oh, sure. A lot of emotions out there for L.J. Hose. First of all, the excitement just to get called up with the Orioles.
Yep.
And all of a sudden the big trade, and now being showcased here in Camden Yards from his new team. Boy, a lot of stuff going on.
It's a big day. Here's Altuve. Jose Altuve will take the pitch on the outside corner. Altuve popped out his first time up. He's got a 3-game hit streak he extended with a 2 for 4 in the ball game last night. He's the club leader and 3rd in the American League in stolen bases with 26. And that pitch off speed delivery is going to miss, and the count goes to 2-1. Miguel Gonzalez, that's victory number 9 on the season for the Orioles, and keep his record at home perfect. He's 5-0. And the pitch away. 3 ball, 1 strike count. Steady source of starts for the Orioles. He is one of those pitchers that sometimes will be rested an extra day or 2. And that pitch is going to be taken inside. So the first walk surrendered. Puts a runner on with 1 down here in the 3rd inning. The Orioles and Astros will wrap up their 3-game series tomorrow here at Camden Yards, so get on board back to Birds. Pennant chase is underway, and a great summer night can be had right here with these new American rivals going at it. 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. Here is Castro. Jason Castro doing the catching. Double, led off that 2nd inning and scored. First of 4 runs. Gonzalez with a throw over. Castro at first base, and a ball club that will run when given the opportunity. Castro is a decent base runner, but would not certainly expect him to take off here. He's got a couple of stolen bases, 2 out of 3. And that's going to be ripped into the corner. Markakis will make the run to go get it. Castro on his way to 2nd. Altuve at 3rd will be held up by Tremblay, and it's a double. So the Astros have brought their bats with them in this one, and Castro's got 2 doubles and 2 at bats tonight.
Yeah, Castro, a very dangerous hitter. He had a pretty good series against the Orioles at Minute Maid Park, and he jumps all over this pitch, turning on the fastball in the inner 3rd and hammering it down the right field line. I think Altuve running a little cautiously as he made it into third base.
Altuve's had problems with the hip flexor problem, and it certainly didn't look like he's able to run 100%. The Orioles will bring the infield in. Here's Carter, who popped out his first time up. And the pitch outside for a ball. 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position so far for Houston in the ball game, and they get a chance here to tack on some more early in the game. 4 runs on 5 hits so far. Carter with 0 for his last 11. Infield in, and a swing and a miss. 1-1. Carter, their leader in home runs and runs scored, and he ranks second in RBIs on the ball club with 51. And first, of course, not only on the team but in the league in strikeouts. 1-1 delivery to him. Carter will foul it back. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Bo Porter with the ball club that's headed to another 100 loss season, 3rd in a row. But Showalter's team 5 games out of first place, vying for another postseason chance, with the Orioles leading the all-time series. And that's inside. In fact, the Orioles here at Camden Yards have never lost to Houston. They are 7-0 at home against the Astros.
Now, Bo Porter, though, talks with a lot of optimism about this Astros team and the organization. They have a very strong minor league. As a matter of fact, the 2nd highest winning percentage in the minor leagues. So a lot to look forward to there. And of course, the young players that are gaining the experience at the big league level right now for Bo Porter is invaluable. So a lot of positive things to think about, I think, at this Astros team. They're taking their lumps for sure, and have the last few years, but a lot of promise for the future.
They should be a different looking ball club literally next year, with some of the players we're seeing now regulars on their team next year. 2-2 delivery on the way, and that will miss outside. So Gonzalez with a 3-ball 2-strike count on Carter. 2 in scoring position, and a big moment in the ball game early, as the Orioles base hit here could give the Astros a 6-0 lead in this game. The infield will try and cut down that lead runner. You saw Altuve kind of limping around. What we were talking about, he is that lead runner at third base. 3-2, and Carter strikes out. Gonzalez got him to chase one out of the strike zone.
Well, a good pitch from Miguel Gonzalez. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track here. Fastball away. Didn't have to get it on the plate. Just a challenging pitch, and hope that Carter chases, and indeed he did. With the open base out there, Miguel could be a little bit careful, and he was, and he got away with a big strikeout.
So now there are 2 down. Wallace popped out his first time up, getting the start at first base in the ball game. Infield will back up. The 2 away. Almost caught the blouse, not quite. This is where the Astros scored in the 2nd inning. 2 down, RBIs. Barnes a double. Dominguez a single. Grossman with his career first home run, good for 2 more. Well, he has given them the big punch in the ball game so far. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and swung through 1-1.
Pretty good movement on that fastball from Miguel Gonzalez, 91 miles an hour. Good 2-seam action. He tailed away from Wallace with a hefty cut.
Wallace, one of those players who's been up and down. 2nd time with the ball club. He was here on opening day, not for long though, a couple of weeks. Came up again on June 25. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery, and Wallace will swing through that one. 1-2. Well, Gonzalez again with a chance to get out of the inning. This one, if he can do it, not allowing anything. Altuve and Castro, the base runners. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that'll be up high. As you might expect with this Houston team, they do pile up the Ks, and you get the leader in strikeouts and others who are young and swing at pitches. They've struck out more than any other team in the American League this year. 3 for Gonzalez so far in the game. Runners off second and third. Here's the 2-2, and it'll be foul back. Keeps it alive.
A real good pitch from Gonzalez, really challenging Wallace with some fastballs, trying to get that fastball in there. That was a good one. Wallace did a good job just to get a piece of it to keep this at bat alive.
Gonzalez with 2 down and runners in scoring position has been almost untouchable coming into this game. A .206 average. So really amazing they were able to get those 3 hits off him in those situations in the second. That ball is going to be fouled off. Out of play to hold the count at 2-2, and Wallace, pretty good battle engaged right here.
Yeah, I think Miguel and Matt Wieters trying to outguess Wallace here. Just keeps pumping the fastballs in on that inner third. That fat two-seamer just keeps leaking back enough for Wallace to get a piece of it.
He's a 25-year-old out of Pasadena, Texas. Only his 4th pro season. 2-2 to Wallace, and he works the count. So he didn't bite on it, and the count will go to 3-2. Gonzalez having to work. Altuve at third base. Castro on at second. There are 2 away. Three-2 delivery to Wallace, and he got him. Play's got to be made by Wieters, and he will. So 2 strikeouts in a row leave the runners stranded. No runs they hit, 2 are left on. Astros 4 and the Orioles nothing. Who'd have thought the Pittsburgh Pirates would have the best record in the majors here at the end of July. 64-42 lead the Cardinals by a game and a half. The Dodgers 19-5 in July, the second best in the majors. Only Tampa Bay has a better win percentage in July than do the Dodgers. And for James Loney of Tampa Bay, his .363 road average this season is the best in the majors. I give you a who'd have thought on all of those.
Yeah, I agree. Los Angeles Dodgers really coming out of nowhere with a huge month of July to take the lead out there in the National League West.
When the Orioles were out playing Anaheim, I mean, when you talk to the people on the West Coast, it was a done deal that Socia was going to go to the Dodgers. Mattingly was going to get canned with the Dodgers, who were playing terrible baseball, that they're going to make the managerial change. It was all but done. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Look
not
at
at
him
all.
now, right?
Look at him now. Here's Ryan Roberts. He shows bunt. He will take the pitch for a strike. Roberts leading it off here in the bottom half of the third inning. Pierce and then McLouth to follow. couple of strikeouts. Oberholzer, keep in mind it is his first major league start. He did have the starts in the minors, but since being called up, he's been out of the bullpen 3 times. Last pitched against Texas. Ball pumped in the air, center field. Barnes over to get it. Roberts is retired.
Barnes a real good defender out there in center field for the Astros. He came up with some incredible plays when the Orioles were down at Minute Maid Park. Gap to gap, really goes and gets him.
1 down. Here's Pierce. The Orioles get Steve Pierce back off the DL. He's the designated hitter in the ball game tonight. So Steve happy to be back. 28 games of the Orioles, hitting .235, 3 homers, 9 RBIs, 81 at bats, and got to the ballpark today, suited up, came out, was told to go out to left field, take some work out there, and then was told he's going to DH. 1-0. As we said, Hose was in the lineup, going to play center, and Adam Jones was going to get a night off in the field and DH in the ball game. That got all changed when the deal was struck. And Hose went to Houston and is playing in right field for them. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. Down to third, fair ball. Chased down by Grossman. Pierce will make the turn and stay. Nice play in the outfield. Grossman holds him to a hard hit single.
Well, a great swing by Stephen Pierce here on a breaking ball. Just tomahawks it down the third base line. But Grossman, a nice job defensively. Take a look at the effort by Dominguez. This ball is whistled. He's on line, but that ball just beats him. Steve Pierce held to a single, though. Nice play by Grossman out in left field.
And Nate McCall, the leadoff batter, will stand in. Nate flied out to right field his first time up. And the left-hander's pitch to him will be in there for a strike. For McLeod, 250 off the lefties, 293 off right-handers. He's had a solid July. One of the consistent bats this month, hitting at 289 in July, coming into the ball game tonight. 0-1 delivery to him. McLeod slow roller, and that will go foul. Talking to Nate about his resurgence at the major league level, recreating a career, one that along the way you thought had been over, and yesterday we're talking about that, and I said, did you have a moment where you knew everything was going to be okay and you were going to be able to get back? And he said, it was when I came to Norfolk in 2012 into the Orioles organization. He said it just felt comfortable. He said, and I got there, I liked the people I was playing with, it was a good ball club, good manager. He said, I just felt like I'm ready. I can play this game again. And he said, and I did, and I haven't looked back since then. So a credit to the organization and the folks at Norfolk. Because for Nate, after the seasons in Pittsburgh, he and a lot of others wondered whether that was it.
Yeah, things were looking kind of bleak for Nate McLeod, but a great turnaround. Obviously, I think you play better when you're around people that you enjoy being around, and so obviously a tribute to the Orioles organization once again in AAA. There's some really good people. Ron Johnson, of course, AAA manager down there. But
Rainmaker to right field. Second baseman wants it. Altuve backs up and will put it away. And McLeod is retired, 2 down. Our extra mile index, the Firestone Complete Auto Care Extra Mile, brings it to you.
Yeah, Major League Baseball hits leaders. Miguel Cabrera 137, Mike Trout 137, but Manny Machado right there at 135 base hits. Adrian Beltre 132 and Segura with 132. Manny will get right back up there on top, get his bat going again.
Machado popped out his first time up. Runner at first base, Pierce, 2 down. Manny at 295 on the year. And will take the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 4-5-0 for the Astros, 0-2-0 for the Orioles. Machado 278 off lefties, 304 off righties, facing 24-year-old left-hander who popped that one foul. You take a look at the numbers for this youngster. He's done so many things. The most hits in the American League by a third baseman under 22 is held by Buddy Lewis, who played in 1937. He had 210 hits. The youngest third baseman to lead the majors in hits was George Brett with 215 in 76. And the youngest third baseman to lead the American League in hits was George Brett in 75 when he had 195 hits. Manny Machado's got a chance of reaching into that area.
Yeah.
If the bat stays hot for the final 2 months.
He has a great chance to do that, and I don't see why not, barring injury. I mean, he's had a consistent approach. He's running some trouble here, but all hitters go through ups and downs, and I think the excitement of the opportunity to play in the postseason is going to re-energize a lot of these players on the Orioles.
With 135 hits, Manny Machado, a real shot at taking over some of those marks as far as young players, young third basemen are concerned. And for Jim Presley, his hitting coach, watching him day in, day out go through the routines, continues to be amazed at the consistency of that routine every day. Machado's gonna go to short, play at first. Nice pick made. And this team, which is last in defense in the majors, is doing everything other than being last so far in this game. Astros 4, Orioles nothing. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy Shots. Pretty night. Great night at the ballpark. Orioles here in this homestand. Independent race. Folks coming out to see the O's here in Birdland, and couldn't ask for nicer nights to be out at the ballpark. Right back here tomorrow. This 3-game series against Houston will conclude. Chance to come out and see Bud Norris make his debut in an Orioles uniform. Jordan Lyles on the other side, as these two teams will wrap up the season series. Orioles have the 3-1 edge at the moment against this team. There's Bud, the new acquisition from Houston. Barnes will take the pitch outside for a ball. Brandon Barnes, double RBI in the second inning. Dominguez an RBI single. Grossman a 2 RBI homer. That'll skip to the backstop. Orioles, with the 2 hits in the ball game, both singles, have not advanced a runner beyond first base yet. And a 2-0 count. Gonzalez with 58 pitches thrown so far. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Taken, and it's there for a strike.
After that first inning, thought Miguel Gonzalez was going to be on cruise control, but Astros hitters changed that in a hurry. Big second inning, and then had him on the ropes in the third as well. So Miguel Gonzalez labored through the last couple innings.
2-1 delivery. That's going to be a base hit into center field. Oh boy, the bottom part of this order haven't been able to get him out yet. A leadoff single here in the 4th inning. Get on board during the playoff chase by picking up the Birdland Summer 6-pack. You get a ticket to 6 games of your choice, including 2 against either the Yankees or Red Sox at one low price. You'll pay non-prime prices for prime games you don't want to miss out on. So lock in your seats now. It's Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD for info. Yumma. Little visit to the mound here. That's going to be a leadoff single, and the Astros have stung the ball pretty well here in the hits they've picked up.
And I think a lot of times when Rick Adair goes out, it's usually to give a pitcher a breather, but I think he sees something mechanical that he needed to relay to Miguel just to get back in a rhythm and execute his pitches a little bit more consistently. The hits that he's giving up are up in the zone. The Astros just aren't missing him right now.
So Dominguez will stand in. He had an RBI single 2nd inning. So the bottom 3 are 4 for 4 so far and have 4 RBIs. And Dominguez will foul that one away. For Dominguez, coming into this ball game on the road, had been a struggle for him, hitting 186 in road games, the 2nd lowest batting average in the league on the road for Matt Dominguez. But the Astros are saying, oh yeah, watch this. Runner off first, and Barnes back to the bag. Toronto beat Oakland today 5-2, 10-inning ball game. Toronto had 4 errors in the game and still won. Rasmus had a 3 for 5, 2 RBIs to lead Toronto against that Oakland team. Toronto is out of it, 14.5 games out. Oakland is definitely in it, as they are now 63-45, leading the West. And a pitch he thought about, it's inside to him. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Miguel trying to get that fastball in there under the hands of Dominguez. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes back in there. When Miguel's at his best, he'll double up with his fastball, even triple up, try to get on that inside corner.
Short lead at first base for Barnes, and that ball is going to be fouled away. Gonzalez able to get ahead of him. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Here in this ballpark, we told you he's 5-0 this year. 14 career starts here. He's 8-2, and his ERA is 4 in home games. And he's never had consecutive losses in his first 33 career starts. He's trying to avoid that. He lost his last start, trying to keep that record alive. We were talking about getting what Nick Markakis was saying, give this team a pitcher with an ERA 4 or under, we're going to win games. All of Gonzalez's losses have come when the Orioles have scored less than 3 runs. If they get 3 or more runs, he's 8-0.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strike delivery. That's going to be a base hit into left field. McLeod plays it on the hop, and the first 2 are on here in the 4th inning for the Astros. Time for our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact.
Yeah, the O's are on pace to make just 48 errors this season. Major League record for fewest errors in a 162-game season. 65. That was by the Mariners back in 2003. This defense has certainly been a key to the Orioles' success. They are rock solid out there. Look for more Gold Gloves for this Orioles team.
So threatening again, this Houston team, and TJ McFarland up in the bullpen. Robbie Grossman. So the bottom 3 are 5 for 5. Grossman bunting. It's a good one. Gonzalez up, throw to first, and just got him in a good play. But a fine sacrifice by Grossman, who had his career first major league home run in his first at bat. He moves the 2 runners up.
Yeah, a really good bunt right there from Grossman. Nice play by Miguel Gonzalez. Not to panic and try to do too much. He gets off the mound really well. Bare hand quick snap throw just in time to get the speedy Grossman.
So Grossman moves the runners into scoring position. That'll be his 3rd sacrifice of the year. He's playing in just his 31st game of the year. And here's the top of the order again. Jonathan Villar has struck out and lined out. The infield again is moved in. Barnes, the lead runner, at third base. And the pitch taken for a strike. Already today, these Astros 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And to look down to Dave Tremblay at third, relaying the signs to Villar. He too a speedster. And the way the Astros are playing it, expect anything. 0-1. Infield creeps in another step, and he did square around. If he meant it, it was a safety, obviously, as Barnes stayed at third.
And you're exactly right, Gary. You have to be ready for any situation. I mean, they can squeeze, they can safety squeeze. And that was certainly the play.
Runners off second and third. 1 ball, 1 strike count. We are swinging through that one, and it goes to 1-2. Astros left 2 on in scoring position in the 3rd inning, and here they are again with a chance. This is where they've had trouble all year finding those big hits. Barnes the single, Dominguez a single. Villar with a 1-2, and he'll take the pitch outside for a ball. He has not had many chances with runners in scoring position. It's only his 9th game. Yet another, as we were talking about, of the young players getting a chance. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and just misses. So another 3-2 count. I believe that is the 3rd 3-2 count Gonzalez has had in the ballgame.
Villar showing some pretty good patience right there for the young hitter, laying off a couple really good split fingers from Miguel Gonzalez.
Infield still in. 3-2 delivery on the way, and Villar will foul it off, and that caught Wieters. Well, Matt's going to head out.
And take a look, another split finger, this one over the plate, and catches Matt Wieters on the inside of that right ankle.
So Matt goes out and tells him, don't throw that pitch again, okay?
Yeah.
A lot of hard duty behind that plate. This is game number 99 for Matt. 3-2 delivery again, and they're loaded. Not going well for Miguel Gonzalez, and the Astros again on the verge of having a big inning. Second walk surrendered in the ball game. Loads them up with only 1 out for who else? L.J. Hose. So the Oriole of this morning is the Astro of this evening. Hose at the plate with 1 down. The infield, of course, backing up for 2, and Hose will chop it foul. That one hit right in front of or right off the plate. You know, there have to be some fans who are around town today and didn't see TV or listen to radio getting ready for the game, driving in or whatever, who were looking out there going,
Yeah.
doesn't he play for the Orioles? What happened here? Hose hit 304 99 games for the Tides this year with the Orioles. 0-1 delivery. That'll miss away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hose was the 2012 Orioles minor league player of the year, appearing in a couple of games with the big club last season. Bases loaded. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Gonzalez's delivery, and Hose again will chop that one foul. Gonzalez gets ahead of him, 1-2.
LJ, for a young player, really did some great things in the Orioles organization. The minor leagues really played up to each level he was challenged at, and he was performing tremendously well in Norfolk, earning the call up with the Orioles. I think there's a huge upside for LJ Hose, not just what he can do on the baseball field, but a great character guy.
1-2 delivery will miss, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Gonzalez battling through after a 5-pitch first inning, 1-2-3. Since then, it has been a rocky road. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Outfield shaded around to right and in a couple of steps on Hose. 2-2 delivery. Hose will take it, and he's gone. So Gonzalez gets another big strikeout. 5 in the game, 2 against Hose.
Take a look at the pitch here from Miguel Gonzalez. Fastball perfectly located at the bottom of the strike zone to get LJ Hose looking. LJ thinking it's a little bit down. Pitch track shows right at the bottom of the box.
A major league leading 985 strikeouts coming into today, and 5 more added by Gonzalez to this Houston team's numbers. So again, with 2 down, Houston will try and score. Altuve is walked and popped out. Altuve, a .253 hitter with runners in scoring position. Gonzalez living in the edge. First 4 innings of this ball game. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and Altuve should end the inning here. Hardy dropped it, and a run will score. A ground ball that should have ended the inning will be an error on Hardy. Barnes will score. Altuve reaches, and it is 5-0.
Yeah, a little chopper, pretty routine ball for J.J. Hardy. I think Dominguez at second kind of screened him a little bit. You see him hold his ground, and then that ball ended up skipping up, getting a short hop. See it bounce up and get J.J. right off the toe of the glove, unable to come down with it. Very uncharacteristic of J.J. Hardy.
So the Orioles are the team that commits the error in the ball game, at least the first one. Unearned run will score. Hardy charged with just his 8th error of the season. Keeps it alive, bases loaded, and here's Castro's got 2 doubles. And Castro will take it down low for a ball. This game, a lot of things in it are backwards so far. 5-0 lead. Castro doubled in the second leading off, doubled in the third, and was left stranded. Gonzalez with a 1-0 delivery on a check swing that's going to miss inside, and it goes to 2-0. Runners move up. Dominguez now the lead runner. VR at second, Altuve at first on the error. And that's going to miss, and no place to put him as the count goes to 3-0. Do you let him swing here?
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah. 3-0 count. Castro waiting on it and tried to launch it. He will foul it back. The Orioles committing just their 33rd error of the season. Closest to them defensively in errors, Tampa Bay with 40 coming into today's play. And the Orioles, with those good numbers, of course, have not surrendered a lot of unearned runs. There's one on the board in this ball game. 3 ball, 1 strike count. And Castro drills it in the air to center. That is way back. And goodbye. A grand slam. Home run for Jason Castro in an inning that should have been over. Castro takes advantage of the open door. his first career grand slam and his 13th home run of the season, and a 9-0 Houston lead.
Well, one thing that the Orioles have been so good at this year is not giving teams extra opportunities. And the Astros capitalizing on a mistake. Miguel Gonzalez, an elevated fastball, 3-1 count. Castro, he's shown he's going to be aggressive. A couple doubles and now a big grand slam.
And a 9-0 lead for the Astros in the 4th inning. And the 8th batter of the inning, Chris Carter. Carter has popped out and struck out. And that's going to be a base hit into center field. And Gonzalez just about done for the night. And here comes Buck Showalter. And for one of the few times, the Bronx cheer here at Camden Yards. Boy, what a tough night. 9 runs on 9 hits in the ball game in 3 2/3 innings pitched. And Gonzalez, who's been so good and so steady, has one of those nights here tonight. Miguel Gonzalez. He'd given up 9 hits to Cleveland earlier, but this is the most runs he has given up at the major league level.
Yeah, very tough outing for Miguel Gonzalez. Just 3 2/3 innings, 9 hits, and the 9 runs, 4 of them earned, just and 5 strikeouts, but didn't have the command of his fastball tonight. Left a lot of pitches elevated, and this Astros lineup took advantage of it. Teammate TJ McFarland now in the ball game. This will be his 25th appearance. 4.13 earned run average, 43 strikeouts to 18 base on balls, and opponent batting average at 265. Buck Showalter needs TJ McFarland to eat up some innings here.
And they batted around here in the 4th inning as Wallace is the 9th Astro to come to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Runner on at first base, Carter. A 5-run 4th inning. They are all unearned. And a swing and a miss. The Orioles came into this ball game having surrendered 18 unearned runs all year. 18. They've given up 5 in 1 inning, with the grand slam home run being the big blow. Wallace with the 0 for 3 in the 2 games. Pinch hitter last night, starting at first in this one. 1-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be chopped off Wieters. And a 1-ball 2-strike count. What Showalter knows, he's been on both ends of these kinds of years. 2 years ago, it was the Orioles looked to be the spoilers and were. Kept the Red Sox out of the playoffs. Then you're on the other end. You're trying to get in, and you're looking at teams who don't have a lot to play for, and then they see, hey, we can do some damage.
Yeah.
1-2 delivery, and that'll be taken outside. And Miguel Gonzalez in danger of having consecutive losses for the first time at the major league level. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Long way, however, to go in this ball game. And the delivery's on the inside corner for a strike. So McFarland gets it done, but a big 5-run unearned inning and a 9-0 Astros lead. Lead here in the ball game. Gary Thorne and Mike Wardick with you. And Mike, from a player's perspective, when you get into these kind of games early in the ball game, we're only going to the bottom of the fourth. What's going through your mind as a player?
Just keep having good at bats. I mean, you're not out of it. This Orioles offense isn't out of it. We've seen them explode for huge offensive production. So it's early in the game. We got a lefty, the inexperienced lefty out there. Get him on the ropes and see what happens. Just roll the dice. Just keep having quality at bats and see what happens.
And don't try and get 6-run homers.
Well, that's the key, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't want to give away at bats. Yeah. Just keep putting together good ones.
Well, the Orioles are going to try and do that, as the Houston Astros certainly have been able to do it. This left-hander, first major league start. No walks, 2 strikeouts so far, and the Orioles have only picked up 2 singles off him. Here's Nick Markakis. Nick struck out his first time up. Go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. And the delivery will be taken outside for a ball by Markakis. He will try and keep the adrenaline down, looking for a major league win. Markakis will foul that right straight back into the screen. Oberholzer, only 24 years old. 6-6 in the minors at AAA this year. Fastball, cutter, changeup pitcher. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Popped up in the infield. Shortstop. Put away by Villar for the out, and Markakis is retired, 1 away. Take a look at our Chevrolet League leaderboard. It's brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Yeah, home runs, American League team leaders. The Orioles still leading the way with 142. Blue Jays right behind them, 136. Mariners coming into town this weekend. They've got 127. Rangers 122. And the Tigers with 120. Take a look at that American League average at just 110. Baltimore Orioles destroying that number.
And here's Adam Jones. Jones robbed of hit his first time up when he tried to bunt his way on. He will foul that one back. For the 2 home runs picked up by the Stros in this ball game by Grossman and Castro. Again, the Orioles being out homered here at Camden Yards, now 76-73 in the year. That grand slam by Castro, obviously big hit in this game. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and Jones will foul that one away. And an 0-2 count. It gives this left-hander a lot more options and a lot better chance to just throw some strikes and say, here, hit this, and you got a 9-0 lead.
Oh, it's definitely going to make him relax. I'm sure there was a lot of pressure on him in his first major league start, an opportunity to really try to start establishing himself, and who knows, this start might lead to others for him here down the stretch. But yeah, certainly a 9-run cushion will help him relax.
0-2 foul the other way. His last start minor leagues was on July 22, so he's had a lot of rest. He worked 6 innings, only gave up 1 run on 1 hit, struck out 9 and walked 1 in that ball game. It was in the minors. Adam Jones, 0-2 count. Adams had a good home run month in July, was 7, down to third base. Dominguez makes the play and gets it. Be in your seats by 6:30 this Friday night. Former O's second baseman Roberto Alomar inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame on Friday in a special pregame ceremony before the Oriole Mariners 7:05 game will honor Alomar and former baseball executive Don Preece. They take their places in the Orioles Hall. Good seats remain. 888-848-BIRD to Orioles.com. Luncheons Friday.
Yeah.
And you're?
I'm going to be inducting Robbie. That's going to be a great event. I mean, of course, Roberto Alomar, most talented players ever to play Major League Baseball. Could go down as in history as one of the best second basemen ever. And 5-tool guy, obviously offensive threat with the power, but stolen base threat, great arm, better defensive second baseman than anyone. 10 Gold Gloves.
That all coming up on Friday. The luncheon and the pregame ceremony. Oh, 2 count on Davis, 2 down, nobody on. Chris had a single his first time up. Whoa, wild cut, Castro, and he got him. So that's the 3rd strikeout, and after his ball club getting those 5 runs, he comes right back and has an easy 1-2-3 inning. Day today, Ryan Flaherty and his teammates hosting a Major League Baseball Players Trust Buses for Baseball. Great day for these kids to improve the quality of life for children who have cancer within their families, and an opportunity to get out in this Buses for Baseball program. It'll have some 750 children around the league taking part in it, sponsored by the Players Trust. The Orioles happy to be a part of that. And that's what real legends are made of. Here at Legends Park, outside the center field here at Camden Yards. Anytime you come to the ballpark, make sure you make a visit out there. It's just a beautiful area, and you get to see the 6 legends statues.
That was quite a huge part of last year's season, wasn't it? Obviously, the Orioles having a great year. getting back into the postseason, but all the statues being unveiled and great ceremonies. And quite an event, certainly something very special in Orioles history.
So happy Earl got to be there.
Oh, yeah.
And a swing and a miss. Barnes leading it off. So T.J. McFarland will try and hold down this Astros team, which has picked up the 9 runs on 9 hits. The Orioles 0-2-1. 2-strike count. Barnes leading off that 4th inning with a base hit. He's 2 for 2. Still have not been able to get an out in an at-bat against the bottom 3 in this order. Barnes, a double, single, RBI, 2-run scored. Dominguez, 2 singles, an RBI, 2-run scored. Grossman, a 2-run homer and a sacrifice. 7, 8, 9 in the order. 1-2 delivery. Gets him. Barnes is retired. 1 away here in the 5th inning.
Pretty good pitch right there from T.J. McFarland. He's been used in long relief. You see him turn that change up over, a little circle change there, and great fade at the end. Barnes can't quite get to it.
Matt Dominguez, the 3rd baseman, 2 singles. Dominguez now with 3 hits and 6 at bats in the 2 games, and will take the strike on the inside corner. Dominguez, a .223 hitter against left-handers this season. And a chopper foul. Well, his Houston team has had about every extreme. They lost the ball game last night when the Orioles got only 3 hits. They lost a ball game to Seattle in a game where Seattle had 1 hit and scored 4 runs, 2 of them coming on pass balls. You believe that? Wow. 4-2 was the final score. Seattle won it with 1 hit. It had been 99 years was the last time a team had scored 4 or more runs on 1 hit without an error being committed by the opponent. That's the kind of stuff the Astros have gone through this year. You wouldn't know it tonight. 1-2 delivery, and that's going to be up the middle. Roberts after he can't get it. So Dominguez is 3 for 3 as he picks up a 1-out single and 10 hits in the ball game for the Astros. All right, PNC Minor League Report brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you.
Yeah, another piece of the depth of this organization. Wada throwing very well today against Pawtucket. 6 2/3 innings, just 5 hits, no earned runs, and 10 strikeouts. Just that 1 base on ball. This season, 3-5 record, a .502 earned run average. So he's lowering those numbers with starts like that.
And Grossman on the big cut. Grossman, the 2-run homer in the 2nd inning, his 1st home run, and came up the next time and sacrificed and helped set up that 4th inning. 0-1 with a runner at first base. Infield at double play depth, and the pitch will miss down low for a ball. Grossman had a career high 3 hits in the ball game last night. He's gone 4 for 6 coming into this game in the 2 starts since his recall on Sunday. Came up from AAA when J.D. Martinez, the outfielder, went on the DL. He had a good AAA season, 281, 70 games, couple of homers, 20 RBIs. Overall, only 3 total home runs between AAA and the majors this season. 2 ball, 1 strike count. And that ball broke the bat left field. McClouth. Grossman retired, 2 down. Dominguez back to first. And back to the top of the order. This will be the 4th plate appearance for VR, who's picked up a walk and a run scored in the 4th inning. He has struck out, lined out. He's trying to keep a 4-game hit streak going. And a ground ball to short. Hardy's got it. Roberts at second base, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. The Astros on top.
tonight. Robbie Grossman, first major league home run right down the right field line and off into Utah Street. Get the Astros going in the 4th inning. Joe Gonzalez on the ropes. J.J. Hardy, the rare error, doesn't help Gonzalez out at all. A run will score, and that'll keep the bases loaded for Jason Castro, who connects on the 3-1 offering for a grand slam. And his red-hot bat. A couple doubles already in the ball game. Gonzalez pulled after 3 2/3 innings. He gave up 9 hits, 4 runs. They were earned. 5 strikeouts, 86 pitches. Another early exit from Miguel Gonzalez. Geico saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Matt Wieters will lead it off here. Called out on strikes. Oberholzer's delivery will be fouled off. So while the Houston players are going through their 4th plate appearances, the Orioles are going through their 2nd. Which pretty much tells you where the game is. Wieters, Hardy, and Roberts. Infield shifted all the way over against Matt Wieters. Only Wallace, the first baseman, is on the right side. That's the second baseman, Altuve, on the shortstop side of the bag. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and that's foul back into the screen.
Well, we talked about how hard it is for pitchers to go up against young hitters that you don't know about. Well, the same holds true for the Orioles offense going against a pitcher. Not much for scouting reports on Oberholzer. So they're just trying to work this through the ball game. But he's been in command. We're going into the 5th inning.
Throwing strikes. He hasn't walked anybody. Struck out 3. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Obviously a very big night for him. His first major league start. Big night for Hose. First game with his new ball club. Here's the 1-2. And Wieters on a pitch down and away. Tell you, if that's a pitch he can throw consistently, he's going to be nasty on right-handers.
That looks like a changeup. Down and away, late fade. Really good pitch off his fastball at 80 miles an hour. Take a look at Matt Wieters gearing up for it. With a dip at the end, and Matt Wieters out in front just a bit.
1 away, J.J. Hardy. And Hardy will take the pitch down low. J.J. looking to get on the board. Orioles are just the 2 singles by Davis and Pierce. And that will be taken for a strike. Month of July coming to a close here tonight. And for the Orioles offensively, there'll be a number of players who won't be sorry to see it go. Hardy's one of them, hitting .207 in the month of July. Orioles have had Davis and Jones lead them in homers this month. Each have 7. And 7 home runs in July is good enough to be tied for 2nd in home runs for the month in the American League. Oberholzer with a 1-2 delivery right there. It's 5 strikeouts for him. Time for the 5th inning home run bonus, and for this inning only, tonight's Maryland Lottery hit a big contestant of the game gets $500 for any Orioles home run. Linda DeTore has already won $700 tonight. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery hit a big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash. Go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter. Brian Roberts. 2 down, nobody on. 7 in a row have been retired by Oberholzer. His strikeout high in his minor league games was 9. He did it 3 times this year in AAA. Ball put up in the air to center. Barnes is there, and he's just dominating the Oriole bats right now. So the Orioles go down 1-2-3. We've completed 5, and it's the Astros on top, 9-0. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. 9-0 lead, 9-10-0 for the Astros, 0-2-1 for the Orioles. That's called getting dressed up for the game. How about that bow? There is Dave Tremblay, the former manager of the Orioles, coming back to town. He said this will be a special time. We have some very good relationships with a lot of nice people in Baltimore, fans and stadium employees. A lot of people have been very supportive through the years, so I'm going to get an opportunity to see them again. And he has done that here at the ballpark and outside the yard. Greeted by the players of the Orioles, coaching staff, a lot of fans, security people, ushers.
Oh, yeah. Even though he certainly didn't have the success that he wanted to bring to the Orioles when he was the manager here, he was certainly very well respected and is throughout all of baseball.
61-year-old, 3 years as the manager. Team won 187 and 283 during his tenure. It ended in June of 2010. And a hose swinging a foul tip on that one. 2-ball 1 strike count from McFarland. Dave was telling me an interesting story how he got the job he has now as a coach. Bull Porter, the manager, played for him in the instructional league and in the minors. And when Bull Porter was told he was going to be manager of Houston, Dave got a call at midnight and said, "Why are you calling me at midnight?" He says, "We're going to the majors." And he said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'm going to be named on Monday as the manager for the Houston Astros." And Dave said, "I was kind of like, you know, thanks for the call, congratulations, but we, the Monday, immediately named him as third base coach." 3-1 delivery on the way and a ground ball toward short. Hardy is there and makes the play. Hose is retired, one away here in the 6th inning. And before Bud Norris makes his Oriole debut against his old team, check out the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report, 5 to 6:30 tomorrow. Join Tom, Dave, Mel, Phil. They'll have coverage of the O's, a look at the newest member of this team. And that's going to be tomorrow at 5 right here on Masson. Jose Altuve popped out, walked, reached on the big error, scored a run. So officially 0 for 2 at the plate. The Orioles, if they do not come back in this game, will finish July a game under 500. They are 12-12 this month. McFarland with a 2-0 count on Altuve. Two-0 pitch to him, and that'll be put into right field for a base hit. Went with it. And he's got a 4-game hit streak. Jason Castro coming up on our Lexus and Towson drive of the game.
Yeah, he's had himself a real good night. Nothing better than this grand slam here. Hammered a 3-1 offering from Miguel Gonzalez, but he's able to keep the ball. Orioles fans throw it back in.
Our drive of the game brought to you by Lexus of Towson, Baltimore's #1 Lexus dealer. CY at lexusoftowson.com. So a 3-for-3 ball game, 2 doubles, a home run, 4 RBIs, runner on at first base, and 1 down. Castro now has picked up on the season 29 doubles. That's the most by an Astros catcher in a single season in club history. Brad Osmus had the old mark of 25 back in '97. That'll be away to him, and a 2-0 count from McFarland.
Castro seeing the ball like a beach ball tonight. McFarland being very careful as he falls behind. Now a good hitter's count once again for Castro.
2-0 delivery on the way, and that's going to be taken. So the count goes to 3-0 with 1 on and 1 down. No reason not to have a green light here. He gets his pitch. Didn't, and he is on. So again, base runners, and there have been lots of them for Houston in this ball game. 2 on, 1 down. And Carter coming to the plate. As Mike said, but Showalter will not want to have to go to that bullpen early. He's going to ask McFarland to take some innings under his belt.
And TJ's really stepped up every time Buck Showalter's asked him to do that. He has been huge. Come up big, pitched three innings sometimes even more for Buck. So he's been very good in the role that Buck Showalter's used him in.
McFarland has pitched as many as 4 1/3 innings. Did that on June 23 against Toronto. That's his long outing of the year. Carter, a single, is struck out and popped out, and the pitch taken away. That's the one the Oriole pitchers are trying to get him on, as he's chased pitches away in the series. He had an 0 for 12 before he got that base hit his last time up. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Altuve at second base, Castro at first. McFarland's delivery, foul tip. 1-2. Carter against left-handers, only a .206 average. 5 of his 19 home runs have come against southpaws. 1-2 delivery. Great pitch down and away to him. So that'll retire Carter on the strikeout. A couple of strikeouts for McFarland. 2 down. Join Orioles Reach and the Oriole Advocates for the 2013 Orioles Hall of Fame luncheon Friday right here at Camden Yards. Celebrate as O's All-Star Roberto Alomar is honored, along with the Herb Armstrong Award winner Don Preece. The benefits go to the Oriole Advocates Charitable Foundation. For tickets and details, 410-247-2703. That's for Friday. Wallace has struck out twice and popped out, and will take the pitch down low. Top of the 6th inning with the Astros on top by a score of 9-0, out hitting the Orioles 11-2. The Astros have scored as many as 16 runs in a ball game this year, and they had 22 hits against Seattle back in April. They're hit high. Pitch is going to miss, and a 2-0 count on Wallace. Big house on hand tonight, but not much to cheer about. 2 singles for the Orioles. Offensively, that has been it, and a short night for Gonzalez. 2-0 delivery to Wallace. That will catch the inside corner.
Well, the Orioles fans have seen some things that really don't happen very often, though. J.J. Hardy making an error. Miguel Gonzalez with the quick exit here at home. He has pitched so well at Camden Yards. A very uncharacteristic start from Miguel. Expect Showalter and Rick Adair talk things over, how they're going to go through the rest of this ball game with their pitching.
And a swing and a miss. What will be a bit disconcerting is that Gonzalez's last start against Kansas City, he lasted only 4 2/3, and he gave up 6 runs on 8 hits. Tonight he goes 3 2/3. Now he gives up 9 runs, but only 4 of those were earned, but he did give up 9 hits. That's a bit troublesome. 2-2 delivery on the way, and that'll take him a little bit back off the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And he had been so good prior to that last start. He actually, the 8 starts before his start in Kansas City, was 6-1 with a 2.35 earned run average. So he was on a groove, really settling in and pitching some great baseball.
3-2 delivery, runners go, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. Altuve makes the turn. Here's the throw to the plate, not in time. So Wallace delivers a single and an RBI, and a 10-0 lead for Houston.
Actually a pretty good piece of hitting by Wallace. Stays inside this ball, goes the other way, and you see Altuve struggling through there. Big send by Dave Tremblay. And Altuve able to score on Nate McLeod's throw.
Altuve had to come out of the Sunday ball game with that leg problem. Obviously not 100% as we mentioned tonight, but he gets in. Wallace gets the RBI on the 12th hit of the ball game. Runner still on at first and second with 2 down. And this is Jake Elmore, who's come on to pinch hit for Barnes. Barnes, all he did was have a double, single, RBI, and 2 runs scored. Did strike out. It's certainly a big part of this offense tonight. And the pitch taken, a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Jake Elmore, he got the start Sunday at second base, just his 4th start of the season. 333 off lefties this year. And he puts it in the air to right. Nick Markakis has it lined up, and that will do it. But another run in. They do it on a couple of hits and will leave 2 on. A 10-0 lead. On our East Winds page, Dustin Pedroia had been struggling 3 for 39 since the All-Star break. He had a 2 for 4 and a 2-run homer in the ball game last night against Seattle. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI tonight. Seattle leads Boston 3-2. Rays, I mean, unbelievable numbers. They have won 10 consecutive series. They're 21-4 in July with a 2.36 ERA. You got to go back to 1916 to find a team with a better win percentage in July. It was the 1941 Yankees. Tonight in their ball game, Arizona's leading Tampa Bay 4-0. And a great matchup to come on the West Coast tonight. Hiroki Kuroda, second in the American League with a 2.51 ERA, is going to go for the Yankees against the major league leader in ERA, Clayton Kershaw, with a 1.96.
Well, that should be a fun pitching duel to watch. It'll probably end up being 10-11 or something like that. But yeah, Kuroda's been outstanding for the Yankees, and really one of the keys while they're still kind of partially there. They're not totally out of the race yet.
Elmore, who came on a pinch hit, stays in the ballgame in left field. Hose goes to center from right, and Grossman goes from left to right. So Elmore, Hose, Grossman, left to right in the outfield. Steve Pearce, a single, returning to the Orioles roster today. And it looks like Friday's going to be the day for Major League Baseball's announcement on all of this issue with A-Rod and the names of those who were involved in the Florida biogenesis case. Major League Baseball has told the Players Association who the players are, what the suspensions are going to be. They gave them a couple of days to talk to the players, and then Friday, I guess it's all coming out.
Yeah.
So we'll have another go around with that. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Pearce, and that one is going to be fouled away.
Yeah, and from what you hear, it doesn't seem like there's going to be much of a fight put up by most of the players.
Yep. Only A-Rod.
Right.
In A-Rod's case may be treated differently than the others, with more violations of different kinds, not just a drug policy violation, but a violation of what he was doing, the dealings maybe with biogenesis. We'll see. That ball is fouled away by Pearce. Pearce, McLeod, Manny Machado due up for the Orioles here in the 6th inning. Tigers obviously feeling their shortstop may be in trouble. Cut their deal to get themselves a shortstop to have on hand in case Peralta's name and a suspension comes out of the investigation. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and a swing and a miss, and again there's that what we think's a changeup that really eats up right-handers.
Yeah, he's been so consistent with his fastball. This changeup is starting to become a pretty effective pitch for him as this game goes on. You see the arm speed, a great sell, and then real good location down in the zone.
One down. Here is Nate McLeod, and McLeod will take it inside for a ball. 9 in a row have been retired by Oberholzer, the rookie, in his first major league start. Last Orioles base runner in the 3rd inning, a base hit by Pearce. Davis has the other, a single. That's it for the Orioles offensively. Out hit 12-2 and outscored 10-0. Rodriguez in the bullpen. Francisco Rodriguez for the Orioles. Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way, and the pitch will be outside. Clouth with a fly to right, pop to second in the 2 at-bats he's had in this game. The 2-1 delivery. Nate will take it, and it will miss, and the count goes to 3-1. Oberholzer up to 71 pitches thrown so far. It's pretty efficient. Here's the 3-1 delivery, and that'll be popped up behind second base. Shortstop. The R is there, and he's got it, and there are 2 down. When the Orioles win, everybody wins, and all season long when the Orioles win and score 5 or more runs, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com by entering promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, valid at participating Baltimore area Papa John's. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick with you here at Camden Yards tonight. Astros put on an offensive show early in the ball game, and their rookie Oberholzer making it stand up. 2 down, nobody on. Manny Machado 0 for 2, 0 for his last 13. Try and get off that one right here. 0-1 delivery, and that's popped up. And again, the shortstop. Villar's there, and he's got it. And another clean inning. So Oberholzer holding the Orioles down, and a 10-0 Astros lead. And shoulders for Miguel Gonzalez. Just 3 2/3 innings. He would pick up 5 strikeouts in the effort, but 9 hits. TJ McFarland on for 2 1/3 innings. He would pick up a couple of strikeouts. 7 total for the 2 Oriole pitchers in the ball game. 10-0 Astros, and the Orioles go to the pen.
Yeah, Francisco Rodriguez now coming in relief. 28th appearance this year. And 1.35 earned run average. He does have 27 strikeouts with 10 base on balls on the season. Look at 10 saves, 10 opportunities. Opponent batting average just 194. Lefties just .094. Righties much better at 325.
Rodriguez on for McFarland. A run, 3 hits, 2 1/3 innings for TJ McFarland. And gets the face here in the 7th inning. The tough bottom part of the order. Matt Dominguez, a 3 for 3, 3 singles, 2 runs scored at RBI. Grossman, and then the top of the order, Villar. The Orioles have not had a runner in scoring position in the ball game. They've not had a runner in second base, period, here. And the pitch is in there for a strike. So Dominguez, a big ball game. That's 4 hits and 7 at bats in these 2 games. Rodriguez, 3rd outing for the Orioles. 0-1 delivery, and that'll be taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike count. What's looking more and more like a rubber match game. It's going to be tomorrow as these teams wrap up their season series in this 3-game set. Oof. Deep to left field. That is way back, and goodbye home run. Dominguez, a 4 for 4 ball game, and now 2 RBIs and the long ball to go with it. The 3rd home run tonight, hit by Houston. That is number 14 for Matt Dominguez.
Yeah, pretty good night. 4 for 4. Puts the icing on the cake right here. An elevated fastball from Rodriguez, and he gets on it and drives it out to left field.
You've seen one of the problems already regarding Rodriguez. He throws that fastball, and hitters just wait for it. He's now given up 2 home runs in the 2+ innings that he's worked. And in each case, it was the case of a hitter just waiting, dead red.
Yeah. Well, he has a great changeup. And that's his pitch to lefties.
0-1 delivery, and the swing and a miss by Grossman. One of the 3 home runs tonight by Houston. A 2-run shot that came in the 2nd inning. And a little chopper that's going to go foul. Grossman got his first home run out onto Utah Street, the 71st ball ever hit out there. 5 this year, all by opponents against the Orioles. Hamill gave up a couple, Gonzalez 2, Tillman 1. And that's where Grossman launched his career first. He stung it. Ball is foul back, and the count will stay at 2 strikes.
Yeah, he did. He got it right down that line. Probably the easiest way to get out on Utah Street. Hug that right field line.
318 straight down the line, which is about where he put it, and then out over the fans in the viewing area. 0-2 the count. And Rodriguez will miss with it. A 1-ball 2-strike count on Grossman. So Rodriguez being asked here to put a couple of innings in, perhaps. 1-2 delivery on the way, and that will be fouled off the other way, and there'll be no play. Grossman out of San Diego was acquired in the Wandy Rodriguez deal from Pittsburgh. 5 minor league seasons, 32 home runs in those years. Will Porter has had him in the lineup in the outfield, left, right, DH. Here's the 1-2 delivery to him down to first. Davis is there. He'll go to the back. 1 away, 7th inning. On Sunday, all kids 14 and under can bring their major league dreams to life by running the bases here at Camden Yards after the 1:35 Orioles Mariners game. Don't miss your chance to make some Birdland memories with the family and have a great summer afternoon at the Yard. Get your tickets in advance and save 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. Some of the 25,265 at the ballpark tonight, 25,265, and have been fairly quiet, as have the Orioles. 2 singles. 1 down here in the 7th inning. Villar will take the pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Leadoff batters walked and scored. 0 for 3. Oh, 0-1 delivery by Rodriguez to him, and a big swing and a miss. 0-2.
And a great changeup right there. We've seen some really good ones. There's a couple of these left-handed bats from Houston. That was beautiful at the bottom of the zone.
Jonathan Villar, 0-2 count. And he'll fight it off. Villar originally signed by the Phillies when he was just 17 years old, coming out of the Dominican Republic. He's only 22 and already has 5 pro seasons under his belt.
And learning how to play at the big league level. Big reason why Bo Porter brought Dave Tremblay over here. Tremblay really good, and you had talked about how influential he was on Bo Porter's career as a player. And I think Bo Porter realized that he was going to have a lot of young guys that he needed to teach how to play at the big league level, and Dave Tremblay certainly helped him there.
0-2 count. Rodriguez delivery to him, and that will miss inside. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Villar. 1 down. Hose waiting on deck. Houston team, 5 wins, 18 losses in the month of July. And a big cut. He's gone. 2 down.
Well, this is his pitch, the changeup. This one up in the zone a little bit, and VR thinking it's a fastball. And take a look here. You see the grip. Circle change, and there it is, and there it goes as it has a good late fade at the end, and VR just swinging over the top of it.
2 down. Here's LJ Hose. 0 for 4 in the ball game. K-Rod gives you all that big wind up, a lot of body motion. Everything looked like it's going to come about 1,000 miles an hour, doesn't it?
Sure does. Arms and legs coming everywhere. And then real good arm speed. That's why he's had so much success as a closer throughout his career.
1-0 delivery will miss outside. The fastball there, 2-0. And Hose takes that one to right field. Markakis. And Nick will put it away. But Dominguez getting his 4th hit of the ball game, his 14th home run, takes us to the 7th inning stretch. Book on this date in baseball history. 1912, Ty Cobb picked up his 68th hit in 137 at bats in July, the most ever collected in a single month by a major leaguer. Look at the year, 1912. 1983, Brooks Robinson, Juan Marichal, George Kell, Walter Alston, Dodger manager, all inducted into the Hall of Fame on this date in 1983. Brooksy went in with one of the game's great pitchers, Juan, known as the Dominican Dandy, won 243 games, lost only 142, 16 years, 2.89 ERA. He had 244 complete games, and he won 243.
Right.
For Juan Marichal, he had a no-hitter included in that, over 2,300 strikeouts. And the Dominican Dandy was at the Hall of Fame festivities this year. He comes back almost every season to Cooperstown for the inductions. Oberholzer putting on a show. He looks like a Hall of Famer tonight in his first major league start. Just unbelievable outing for him. Nick Markakis will take the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Yeah, I think he's definitely earning himself another opportunity to start for the Astros.
Hasn't walked anybody, and boy, on this ball club as a pitcher, that will get the manager on your side. And there's a base hit. So the Orioles get their 3rd hit of the ball game, a leadoff single there in the 7th inning for Markakis. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. So 11 in a row had been retired prior to the base hit. Leadoff man on for the Orioles. That'll bring up Adam Jones. He has grounded out twice and 0 for 2 in the ball game. And Jones will take the pitch for a strike. One delivery to Adam. He has ate him up on that one, down and in, and the count goes to 0-2.
And the changeup once again. Started Adam off with the big curve. Kind of like a slurve as it sweeps across there. Went the back door and then backed it up with a real good changeup down in the zone.
0-2 count. See if he goes with that off-speed pitch that tails away from right-handers. After he put that last one in on him. 0-2 delivery in the air, right field. Warning track, room. And Grossman makes the catch. Jones retired. Markakis back to first. MLB.com at Bat is the #1 source for live baseball everywhere you go. Available for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. At Bat delivers Orioles baseball, live audio, pitch tracking, stats, news, highlights, and more. Text at Bat 31826 or go to Orioles.com for details. One away, 7th inning. Chris Davis a single, and he is struck out. Looking to be the first to reach the 100 RBI mark in the American League. Cabrera for the Tigers did not play today. Out of the ball game. Little muscle tightness. Brian Mattis in the bullpen for the Orioles. The Tigers won again today, 11-1 over the Nationals. Tell you, the Central Division teams are hot. Tigers have won 5 in a row, Cleveland 6, and Kansas City 7. Top 3 teams. 1-0 delivery. Davis puts it in the air, center field. Hose. 2 down.
L.J. Hose didn't get the best read on that ball. He initially broke back. And had to hustle it up to come in and make that play on Davis.
2 away in the 7th inning. Runners still at first, and Matt Wieters coming up. Wieters has struck out twice. Matt hitting at .239 on the year. They're not holding the runner Markakis at first. And Wieters will take the pitch for a strike. There's Markakis, who got the leadoff single. Still there with 2 outs, though. Oh, 1 delivery. And that will miss for a ball. Boy, for a major league start, that's pretty good.
Yeah, really good. Just 84 pitches to this point.
Against one of the best offensive teams in baseball.
Yeah. Well, one thing that manager Bo Porter is probably looking at, especially with some of his younger pitchers, are does he have a repeatable delivery? And I think he's proving that he has that, because he's consistently throwing strikes, getting ahead of hitters, and going to his off-speed pitches when he has to. He's got a good changeup that's been effective for him, but his fastball primarily, and he's just been aggressive around the zone with it. He's able to really keep this Orioles offense at bay through the course of the ballgame.
Doug Brocail, the pitching coach, and Bo Porter have been together most of the night over there. And there they are, and you know they're talking about their young starter. One of the questions now, how long do you leave him in? He's only thrown 85 pitches. 1-2 delivery. That'll be taken for a ball. So Matt works the count off the fastball to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Houston's not had a winning season since 2008. They, of course, were in the World Series 2005 when they lost to the White Sox in 4 straight. Trying to regain some of those days back in Houston. And a looper to right field, but right where they were playing him. Grossman is there to put it away. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. 7 complete here at Camden Yards. Action. It'll be the debut for the Orioles' newest pitcher, Bud Norris, acquired today from the team he will pitch against. His former teammate Jordan Lyles will be on the mound against him. Our coverage on MASN HD 6:30 O's Extra, presented by Geico, followed by game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN.
Take a look at the starters for tomorrow. Of course, Bud Norris coming over in the big trade, try to help the Orioles solidify their rotation here. 6-9 on the year with a nice low earned run average of 3.93, 90 punch outs, 43 base on balls. He'll go against his former teammate Jordan Lyles, 4-4 on the year, 4.92 earned run average. Now Brian Mattis comes into the ball game. This will be his 45th appearance, 3.29 earned run average with 32 strikeouts to 12 base on balls. And that's in 38 1/3 innings.
So Brian Mattis on for K-Rod, who worked an inning, a hit on the home run. No walks and a strikeout.
And there's the numbers, 216 opponent batting average.
So Teagarden's going to catch. Wieters is out. Garcia's going to play short. Hardy is out. Urrutia is going to go to left field. McLouth will move to center. Jones is out. Buck Showalter resting. Some of the starters here as we go to the 8th inning, with the Orioles trailing by a score of 11-0. 11-13-0. The Astros 0-3-1 for the Orioles. 5 unearned runs, part of the Astros attack. Miguel Gonzalez only 3 2/3. He gave up 9 runs, 4 earned on 9 hits, couple of walks, 5 strikeouts. McFarland 2 1/3, a run on 3 hits. K-Rod an inning, run and a hit. And now Brian Mattis. Altuve, and he keeps it up. Altuve's got his 2nd hit. He'll make the turn and stay. Urrutia out there in left field. Leadoff singler in the 8th inning. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. Here are the candidates. Robbie Grossman, he had a 2-run homer in the ball game. Chris Davis, who's delivered one of the Orioles hits, a single 1 for 3, and Jason Castro, 2 doubles and a grand slam home run and a walk. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, 318-26. Grossman is homered. Castro with the big blow on that grand slam. And Dominguez a solo shot in the 7th inning. And the pitch will be taken inside. So Castro's trying to make it a perfect night in his 4th plate appearance. Walk, homer, 2 doubles. And a check swing and a pitch that's going to be inside to him. 2-0. Never had a 4-hit ball game. Pitch will be taken inside. He has a new mark in RBIs at 4. He had 3 previous times and gets his first career grand slam. Pretty good night's work. 3-0 count. Altuve on at first base. 3-0 delivery to him. And he'll take the strike.
When the Orioles played the Astros down at their park at Minute Maid, they had, of course, the Orioles won 2 of 3. But the one game that the Orioles lost, the Astros put up 11 runs and really showed some thunder as they hit some home runs, and a lot like we're seeing this evening here at Camden Yards.
Second time they've had you're right. Second time they've had this kind of ball game against the Orioles, where their offense has come alive. 3-ball, 2-strike count. Altuve not being held at first base. 3-2 delivery. That'll be put up in the air to right center. Markakis will put it away. Castro is retired for the first time in the game. 1 down, 8th inning.
Nice job by Brian Mattis right there to come back after he fell behind 3-0. Castro, who has been red hot in this ball game.
Carter, a single, has struck out twice, 1 for 4. Lowe in the bullpen may get an opportunity to make his major league debut. He will be the first Taiwanese pitcher in Houston history, if indeed he gets into this ball game. Carter, a single is hit in the game. 1-0 delivery to him. Center field. McLeod. Just shy of the warning track. Carter retired. 2 down here in the 8th. Again, Altuve back to first base. So Nate gets a little playing time in center. He's played plenty of that in his career. With Adam Jones here, he's obviously been the everyday left fielder of late. Wallace coming up. He has singled, struck out twice and popped out. Got an RBI on the base that he had in the 6th inning. Two away. Altuve at first, and the pitch inside to Wallace.
Take a look at Urrutia out there. This is the first time he's played defense in the big leagues. Now, he got called up as a left-handed bat, and he's been swinging the bat pretty well. And now he gets a chance to show that he can play some outfield. So there's some nerves going on out there for Urrutia.
1-0 delivery on the way, grounded foul. Well, on the road trip in Kansas City, they had Flaherty taking the ground balls at first in order to get him ready, and indeed did get a start there. And then with the Urrutia, they were talking to him today around the batting cage, the skipper and Jim Presley. What do you think you're best at, left or right? Where do you feel more comfortable? And they told him to get out to left field and take some balls today, so they plan to use him out there. And here he is. Pitch will be taken up high. 2-ball, 1-strike count.
Well, that's the one thing in the minor leagues they said that he really needed to work on. They thought he was going to be able to hit up here at the major league level, but defensively not quite ready. But these are the opportunities where he can learn, obviously, more about himself out there and some of the things that he needs to do to make himself better. And this is a great chance for him. Obviously, pretty good outfield the Orioles have. 3 Gold Gloves out there, so he can learn a lot. Wayne Kirby will certainly be on him about making him better.
2 ball, 2 strike count with 2 down. Urrutia, McLaughlin, Markakis, the outfield right now for the Orioles. Runner off first base, 2-2 delivery, and he got it. So Brian Mattis comes on, gives up a single, leaves the runner at first base. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom half of the 8th, 11-0 Astros. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to the Y of Central Maryland's Fit and Fun program. Orioles have 262 walks to date, and that adds up to $13,100. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle.
Oh, new pitcher, and now Lowe. This will be his major league debut, but in the minor leagues, 17 games, 3.24 earned run average, 20 strikeouts and just 2 base on balls. So another pitcher that's going to be aggressive in the zone. Throws 16 2/3 innings, and he actually had an opportunity to make the Astros out of spring training. Had a very strong spring. Had 9 appearances where he had a 2.0 earned run average. So one of the last players cut. So he was certainly on the radar, and he gets an opportunity now with the Houston Astros.
Chia-Jen Low is 27 years old, also from Taiwan. Of course, is Wei-Yin Chen. He just turned 28. Chen out of Taiwan, played there 2008 through 2011 before coming over to the Orioles. Low has been involved in pro ball only here in the States. He went to Chinese Cultural University, and then after completing college signed the professional contract. So his work has been here in the States as far as playing baseball is concerned. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. So the first time when he's born in an Astros jersey is now in the books. Casilla getting his first at bat in the ball game, coming on to play short. 0-1 count. Bo Porter getting the baseball for his pitcher. First major league pitch thrown and a strike. Casilla with Roberts waiting on deck. Right-hander's 0-1 delivery, and that'll be fouled off the fist and back. 0-2.
Pretty good fastball there from Lowe at 94 miles an hour. Good location too as he ran it in on Casilla.
Buck Showalter trying to get some of the players who've not had a lot of playing time of late into this ball game and others. 46 game for Casilla. The switch hitter, the 0-2 delivery to him, and that will miss. Casilla hitting .250 right-handed, .226 left-handed. He's had only 1 home run, and it's been from this side of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Lowe's delivery to first. Hauled in by Wallace. 1 away. A very uncomplicated side of the scorebook for the Orioles. Not a lot of marks. Davis a single. 2nd inning. Pierce single 3rd. Markakis single 7th. 11 in a row retired between the 2nd and 3rd hits. No walks in the ball game. Oberholzer in his major league start. First one looking for the win. And 1 down. Roberts will take the pitch up high for a ball. Bryan has flied to center field twice in the ball game. Lowe's 1-0 delivery to him. Roberts center field. Is it going to be in the yard? 400 feet away it is. Hose conducting a bit of Cirque du Soleil on his way to make the catch.
Yeah. He went about 3 different ways on this. Brian Roberts hammers this ball. Good first step, but he gets turned and then has to come back around the other way. Good concentration, though, to stick with it. He thinks it's going to fade, but it comes back over that right shoulder. That's the double head fake right there. Makes the play.
Touchdown. But he made the catch. So Roberts 3 times to center in the ball game. 2 down. Here's Pierce. He is singled and struck out. And the pitch outside for a ball. Steve Pierce back in his role as the DH for the Orioles on his return off the DL today. 1-0 delivery to him and a called strike. Pierce as the designated hitter for the Orioles. This is the 16th game as a DH. Came in hitting 163 in that role. And the pitch bounced. 2 ball 1 strike count. Orioles have had 13 different DHs this season. Combined .202 average. 15 homers, 44 RBIs. 2-1 delivery to Pierce. And that will miss. So he's ahead on the count. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Well, you know, before the trade deadline, they were talking about possibly going after another bat, somebody that might fill in that DH role. But I think Buck Showalter hoping that Steve Pierce, now being healthy, may contribute here down the stretch. And of course, Urrutia from the left side. So there are definitely some options, but he's hoping that somebody will catch fire and really take charge in that DH spot.
That's going to be a base hit. Well, a good start for Pierce in this game in that regard, as he's got 2 singles, 2 for 3. Oriole bullpen active. Troy Patton's ready to go in the 9th inning. Orioles with 4 singles in the game. Keep in mind they won last night, but they had only 3 hits. 4 runs on 3 hits in that ball game. There, however, they did get a Davis home run that accounted for the game-winning RBIs. Low 0-1, 2 away. Dave McLouth with the 0 for 3 in the ball game, and he'll take the pitch outside. 1 ball 1 strike count. Thinking about Lowe coming over from Taiwan, as did Wei-Yin Chen. The growth of baseball worldwide over the last 10-15 years, really phenomenal. And the World Baseball Classic has added to that. 1 ball 1 strike delivery, foul back. In the United States, folks don't get too excited about the World Baseball Classic because they've got the regular season right around the corner. But for other countries, the World Baseball Classic is a big deal. For the Dominican, for Puerto Rico, I mean, for teams even like from Israel, it's their one chance to be in international play now. It's out of the Olympics, baseball is.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal for them, and it really has rejuvenated the game in some places and generated first-time interest in others. Under the glove, going to be a tough play. Bounce, didn't get it. That'll be an infield hit. Good try by the shortstop Villar. Ball that looked like Lowe might have a play, the pitcher on it, but once it got by him, no chance.
Yeah, broke Nate McLouth's bat. Villar ranging over on the other side of second base, but a great pick. Nate McLouth hustling it out down the line. A real close play right there. Nice pick by Wallace.
Ryan Flaherty is going to come on as the pinch hitter. And the Orioles have a runner at second base for the first time tonight. 5 hits, all singles. Flaherty appearing in his 62nd game, 183 at bats. 2 down, 2 on. Lowe's delivery fouled straight back.
We were talking about the international signings and things like that in the World Baseball Classic. So many teams now in Major League Baseball have gotten more aggressive, sending scouts abroad to search out players like Wei-Yin and other players from other countries, because there are talents out there, and what the World Baseball Classic does is exposes them to what they're capable of doing. So it just gives everybody more opportunities to pick up some key players that could potentially help them. Obviously, Wei-Yin was huge, a huge sign for the Orioles internationally.
And it also gives these players from other countries like that a chance to see exactly what the competitive level really is that they're vying for and what they have to do to get there. 0-2 count. Flaherty 2 for 3 as a pinch hitter this season. 0-2 delivery by Lowe, and he got him. So a successful first time on the mound for Jae-Jin Lowe. And the Orioles will leave a couple on. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. He's a good old boy. He's a bloodhound. Buck Showalter on the billboard there, the advertisement by the train station outside the ballpark with his dogs. He's a good old boy. He's feeling more like the dogs look tonight, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's been a long night for Buck Showalter and the Orioles, but Troy Patton now comes in relief. This will be his 41st appearance, 3.83 earned run average, 27 strikeouts, 13 base on balls. So Patton's been throwing the ball much better. Recently, opponent batting average of 275, lefties 284, and righties at 267.
Ryan Flaherty, who came on to pinch hit's going to stay in the ball game at third. Manny Machado out. Ninth inning, here's Elmore, and he will take the pitch. His second at bat, he flied out in the sixth inning, coming on for Barnes. We are in the ninth. 11-0 lead for the Astros. Astros have only 2 shutouts against opponents this year. Orioles have been shut out only 4 times on the season. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Elmore. Manny Machado left the ball game 0 for 3, 0 for his last 14 now for the Oriole third baseman. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and that's in there by Patton. 1-2.
A good backdoor slider right there from Troy Patton. In command of that pitch. There was a point during the season where he had kind of lost it, but it's come back and he's able to locate it much better.
Elmore will take the pitch inside. Elmore, 26 years old, out of Alabama, and got his first major league action last season, few games. Back in here this season, playing some second base. 2-2 delivery on the way, and almost got him on a breaking ball. Did not go around. Dan Iasonia. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Bottom third of the order, which has done tremendous offensive work in this game. This number 7 spot's had a double, single, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Dominguez on deck, 4 for 4. Ball put in the air to center. McLeod coming, diving, nice catch. Nate McLeod lined it up, put it away.
And that's why he was nominated for the Heart and Hustle Award here. It's 11-0 in the 9th inning, and look at this effort by Nate McLeod. Great first step. Good read on that pitch off the end of the bat. And he makes a fine play coming in. Those are the type of plays really that separate players, I think, when there are blowout games and you continue to play hard, continue to keep your focus and be professional. And Nate McLeod proving it again.
Here's Dominguez. He's looking for a 5 for 5 ball game. 3 singles, a home run, 3 runs scored, and 2 RBIs for Matt Dominguez, 23-year-old out of Van Nuys, California. And he puts that one up in the air, and Patton may finally get him out. McLeod is there, and he does, and there are 2 down. Updating you on the voting with the AT&T Player of the Game. You still have time to text in your vote, A, B, or C. 31826. Results on the O's Extra post-game show. Two away in the 9th inning. Another big night for Robbie Grossman. Home run, sacrifice, 1 for 3 in the ball game. A 4 for 6 in the first 2 games of this series. Switch hitting left fielder. Patton with the 0-1 delivery, and that'll be taken inside. Cisnero in the bullpen for the Orioles. We're in the 9th here with 2 away. 1-1 delivery. That's going to be a base hit into left field. No, Grossman stays hot. He picks up a 2-out single here in the 9th. Rudia gets it back in. 15 hits for Houston. Still well shy of their high this year at 22. Jonathan Villar. A walk in the 4th inning and he scored, otherwise 0 for 4. It'll be his last chance to extend the 4-game hit streak to 5. And the pitch is a strike call to him. Off the plate. Davis. The flip. The speedy runner. The is out of there. Good play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Orioles last chance, down 11-0.
Stay with us. We're coming back with those extra post game. Bottom of the 9th coming up. And Rick, unfortunately, games like this happen to your pitching. But the problem for the Orioles now over a week old. The team all of a sudden is in a collective team slump. They can't hit.
They really are. 3 hits last night in that ball game. Of course, they pulled that win out with a home run by Chris Davis. But tonight, only 4 hits for the Orioles. They're down 11-0. They've given up 15 hits and 11 runs. It's a long night so far.
Bottom of the 9th coming up. Back upstairs to Gary and Mike.
Jim and Rick will have a look back on this big explosive night for the Astros. Now can the Orioles get on the board and not be shut out? Another member of the bullpen, Cisnero.
Yeah, they're here facing a power arm in Cisnero. This will be his 26th game, 3.48 earned run average, 40 strikeouts, 19 base on balls. Take a look at the opponent batting average, 264, lefties 274, and righties at 256. But he's got a good fastball. He can get it up there in the mid-90s. Slider, curve, and change to go along with it.
And yet another player, Mike, whose first major league experience is this year. He's 24 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. Signed as an undrafted free agent back in 07. So he too, 5 years of minor league experience, first major league chance this year.
Yeah, a lot of evaluating going on in the Astros front office and of course the coaching staff try to make some decisions for next year as these guys try to prove themselves, prove that they belong in the big leagues.
We understand that Barnes, who started in center field and was pinch hit for in the 6th inning, came out lower back tightness. So whether or not he's going to be available tomorrow, we'll have to see. But a reason for him coming out of the ball game. So bottom of the 9th inning. Orioles trying to avoid being shut out for the 5th time this year. Nick Markakis will lead it off. Cisnero will miss inside with the ball. Nick, one of the Orioles hits, a single in the 7th inning. Oberholzer's first major league start. Tremendous effort. 7 innings, no runs, just 3 hits, did not walk anybody. And a half dozen strikeouts. Markakis down the line and left. Elmore coming over, and that is a foul ball. Lowe, first major league appearance out of the bullpen. He worked an inning, gave up 2 hits, had 1 strikeout. Now Cisnero trying to be part of the shutout. Boston's come back to tie Seattle 4-4. They're in the 9th inning of their game at Fenway. Red Sox, Tampa Bay 1-2. Orioles 3rd in the division. Tampa Bay starting a half game ahead of the Red Sox. That ball's going to go to center. Orioles will get Markakis on in the 9th inning. His 2nd hit, 2 for 4. The Orioles shut out by the Yankees in April 3-0, by the Angels in May 4-0. by Tampa Bay in June, 8-0, and against Los Angeles in July. Those are the 4 shutouts against the Orioles. Here's Henry Urrutia. First at bat for him. And Urrutia will take it for a ball. But Norris will start tomorrow, the new member of the Orioles in the trade with the Astros, will pitch against his team immediately, one day after being traded. And the pitch taken down low, no, in their first strike.
Pretty interesting how his emotions are going to be. I mean, because when you're with a team, and he had been with the Astros throughout his career, I mean, tremendous bonds with, friendships, and obviously you develop a common goal to try to go out there and beat the opposing team. And just a day later, now he's got to go against the guys that he had befriended.
Urrutia will foul that one away. Urrutia playing in his 9th game. He's had 28 at bats. Collected 1 extra base hit, a triple, among the 9 hits he's had so far. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Cisnero gets it in. It's foul back again. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Out. Lance Barksdale, the home plate umpire, put that one right off the mask. 1-2.
Yeah, pretty clean. Direct hit. Urrutia pulls the hands inside. Whew, squares him up. Does just catch the glove, I think, of Castro, but almost knocks the mask off of Barksdale.
Here's the 1-2 delivery again. Oh, a little bit of a drop as that one got to the plate, and the strikeout went away.
Yeah, pretty good fastball there from Cisnero, 93 miles an hour, right at the bottom of the zone, and pretty good movement as well. Take a look at the swing from Urrutia. Just can't quite get to it.
That'll bring up Chris Davis, a single, 1 for 3. Arizona leading Tampa Bay 6-0 in the 8th inning of their ball game. So Boston, Tampa Bay may swap places again for 1 and 2 in the division. Swung out and missed by Davis on the heater. Chris with that single that came in the 2nd inning. Orioles have had 1 runner to second base in the ball game, and that came in the 8th when they got back-to-back singles with 2 down, but could not get a run home. 0-1 delivery. And pop goes the catcher's mitt.
Yeah, pretty good challenge right here. A couple fastballs, mid-90s. That's the best power hitter in the game.
Oh, 2 count on Davis. Markakis off first. And he'll take the pitch up high. Chris Davis, as we said, with 99 RBIs, when he gets that next one, he will become just the 39th to have a 100 RBI season in Orioles history. Nick Markakis did it last in 2009. One ball, 2 strike delivery. That'll be outside. So Bo Porter on the left, at least for one night, can breathe with his ball club up 11-0. He hasn't had many of those for Buck Showalter. One of those nights. He just got outplayed, outpitched, out-hit. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Davis. Teagarden waiting on deck. Jammed him. Third base. Dominguez. Long run. He was moved over. He'll make the play. 2 down. Two away, bottom of the 9th inning. Teagarden will get his first at bat. Taylor's in his 17th game. He's only had 41 at bats, couple of home runs, 5 RBIs. And the Orioles 1 out away from being shut out. Teagarden will take the pitch inside for a ball. Runner off first, 1-0 delivery to him. In the air, center field, hit hard. Hose going back, way back, reaching, and can't get it. And it will be a ground rule double, so the Orioles still will not get a run. Teagarden comes through with a 2-bagger. Markakis will have to stop at third. 2 on, 2 down.
Taylor Teagarden smoked that ball, beat LJ Hose deep. Take a look, just out of the reach as it bounces over the fence. I think Taylor was hoping maybe he would have got a piece of leather on it so it would bounce off the wall. Maybe pick up that RBI, break up the shutout.
7 hits for the Orioles and their first extra base hit. And their first runner to third. Alexei Casilla lined out first base. The only at bat he's had in the ball game. 2 down. Casilla puts it in the air, left center field, not deep. Elmore over, and this ball game is over. Orioles are shut out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on. The rookie Oberholzer, his major league first start, gets the win. Gonzalez takes the loss. He is 8-5 on the year, setting up the rubber match for tomorrow, as Bud Norris will make his Oriole debut against his former team and Jordan Lyles in Game 3 tomorrow. All right, coverage at 6:30 on MASN HD with those extra, presented by Geico, followed by game action at 7. This has been a MASN presentation. 11-15-0 for the Astros, 0-7-1 for the Orioles. Jim and Rico's Extra, presented by PNC. Coming up right now, Mike Rodick and all of our crew. I'm Gary Thorne. Adieu.